Hey everyone, welcome to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And today we are watching the teaser for Sikandar, starring Salman Khan. We haven't really seen too much of him lately other than like tiger stuff lately. But this one, I heard people that saw this already and they said that it looks really good. Although there is maybe a little bit of controversy about what it reminds them of. But I'm not gonna tell you until after we watch it. But it is directed by A.R. Murugadoss, and he directed Gajini and Tupaki. So two movies that we've watched recently, and were actually pretty good with the action. So I'm expecting some pretty cool action here.
What does Sindakar mean?
Sikandar, when I looked it up, it said that it's a name that the Persians gave Alexander the Great. So it's another variant of like Iskandar, which was a name. So I think it means like something like the warrior or something like that. But that is what he was called in that area. So I don't know if they're referring to that, or it could just be a name for somebody in the show. So I literally have no idea what it's about, but it is coming out this year.
So they are teasing us.
Yeah, it's just a teaser.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find something out, or maybe we have to wait for the full trailer.
Yeah.
So let's get into it and watch it.
Okay.
दादी ने नाम सिकंदर रखा था
There you go.
दादा
Right off the rip.
और प्रजा ने राजा सा
अपने आप को बहुत बड़ा सिकंदर समझता है। इंसाफ दिलाएगा तू?
इंसाफ नहीं साफ करने आया हूं कायदे में रहो फायदे में रहो वरना शमशान या
A
कब्रिस्तान
lot of action already.
I like the background music.
That was cool with the drones.
तुम्हारे दुश्मनों में
Some
तुम
dancing.
पॉपुलर हो।
इतनी तो पॉपुलैरिटी है
Oh, exactly.
आईपीएस का एग्जाम देकर पुलिस बन जाऊंगा और बिना कोई एग्जाम देने का विकास करने पर मजबूर मत कर बेटा आओ जो
All right, so we definitely saw some hands-on-hand combat fighting, so definitely that. We saw planes, trains, and automobiles. So obviously stuff's going to be happening on the move. It kind of fits within that theme of someone rising up to abolish a system of some sort that's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and someone's coming in to become the, how shall we say, the instigator of change. So that's kind of what I got from it.
Yeah, it seemed, action, but it didn't seem like too serious action. Like it was like more of that maybe kind of like playful stuff. So, I mean, it looks very different than what we saw in Gajini or Tupaki, because both of those were a little bit more serious, especially with what the theme of Tupaki was. I mean, it was kind of a really serious theme. So here it's kind of, you could see that he did a few like poses that were like almost a little, they were meant to, I believe, be like over the top hero poses. Like when you use the guy's head as a ramp to get up and then just kind of like pose like that, like ha ha ha. Like that's, a power move. It was a flex.
Yeah.
Cool flex, bro.
Yep.
So you've never seen the movie Solar. But Aaron and I watched it earlier on. I think it was like the third movie we watched on the channel. But they are saying that this looked a lot like they used some like framing from Solar. I could see it a little bit, but I mean, it's not that unique of a shot. I mean, the one in Solar was like pretty unique because all the guys were lined up behind him and then they all had their blades out like that, and it looked like he had like this almost aura of blades.
And are you talking with all the spears behind him?
And so for him, it would be him with all the spears, but those guys like seemed like his backup men.
Yeah.
And so could you compare them? I mean, sure. I think you can compare a lot of movies to other movies for like inspiration and stuff like that. But was it a copy sort of thing. And then one other post that I saw was like a close-up on his eyes, and then they did a close-up on Pravos's eyes in Solar. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, it's not that unique of a shot to do an extreme close-up on eyes. I mean, is that a copy? How many movies did Solar rip off if like an extreme close-up on eyes is a thing?
Well, and
right?
I always laugh when I hear this sort of stuff. It's like, okay, you have to have a lot of free time on your hands to be going frame by frame and ultra close-ups and all these other sort of stuff to try and make these. And on one hand, I say, my hat's off to you and kudos for doing that, but the average person is not going to even notice that. And you know, how critical is it to the movie or not?
When you release a teaser though or a trailer, you're opening up to like commentary and all that sort of stuff and critique. And so that's exactly what happened. But it looked like the theme is very different because Solar is a very unique universe. So this doesn't seem like it's taking anything from that. So was a couple of the frames maybe sort of similar? Sure, but still different, and different enough that maybe it's inspiration or like maybe just paying homage to
Homage,
it. So,
yeah.
yeah, but I thought it looked really good. What was interesting though is what got me more is that the font that they used of the titles almost remind me of like Aquaman for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back. But it was like for some reason I was looking at it and I was like, why do these titles look like Aquaman? It looked like some fantasy, not fantasy, but it felt like some like sci-fi or maybe like not realistic, but then
mythological.
Yeah, because it had sparkles.
And it had sparkles. It was in that gold, bronzy tone. You know, very, very stylized.
Super stylized. And it just, to me, the titles. So if I was going to critique this in any way, it would be that the titles didn't really fit with what we were seeing, because when I saw the title reveal of Sikandar, like way back when, and I saw the font and everything, I'm like, oh cool, is it gonna be like some like sci-fi fantasy sort of like epic adventure movie or something? And then I see this and it's like a action, like explosive action thing. And I'm like, oh wow, that is not the vibe I expected.
And relatively modern, so it's like modern times. So it's like, okay, is there some overlapping thing going on in the background we don't know?
Timey-wimey stuff, maybe.
Are we doing flashbacks? Are we going back in history? You know, dual universe or something?
But that's what those titles, the font of the title and the coloring, and then the little like sparkly effect, and I think maybe the reason Aquaman gave me Aquaman vibe because Aquaman did maybe sort of something similar, but it had like more like a water effect with it. So I don't know. It was just that was off-putting to me because every time I saw it, I'm like, cool titles, man. Like, when are we gonna get into like maybe some of that fantasy stuff? But it didn't. You know, Salman Khan, he's good. The action. I mean, I have enjoyed all of the movies we've watched with him in it, and the action scenes are good and very believable that he could pull that stuff off. You know, all the tiger movies.
I loved. I think the chain kind of reminded me of another scene with him in it, or I might be confusing with another movie with it.
Probably, I mean, chains, like, to be honest, like, it's a very popular prop in action movies. I mean, lots of people use chains. So are we going to say how many movies it copied by using the chains?
Someone should have done a close-up on that. This is an homage to this chain in this movie. And this chain, oh, see, it was the exact same size chain. And
but all joking aside, it did look good. I'm definitely going to watch it because you know, I like action movies. I think it's in my top category of movies that I like to watch. So yes, we'll be watching it. But you guys let us know. Are you going to be watching it? Are you excited for it? And you know, maybe I missed something about how much more it copied Solar. But I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the copy.
It was a good thing for a tease. See, look, you got us talking about all sorts of stuff. So that's a good thing.
And you know, any kind of buzz is good buzz, right?
Yeah,
maybe not any kind, but it is being talked about, and I have seen a lot of stuff about this on Instagram. So I was like, before I read any more, I need to watch it and make up my own opinion. So that's what it is. And I'm interested to hear what you guys think. And if you haven't yet and you like these videos, please be sure to subscribe, share, a like button pa thappar maro.